Hello there, Marshall here. That's right, from Limited Resources. Thanks for joining me once again for another draft. This is the wily Streets of New Capenna. Let's see what we open up here. Hopefully something sweet. I'd love to get a nice bomb rare to kind of push us in a direction. Oh, what did we get? We did actually get a rare Shadow of Mortality. No, that is not a bomb rare. Not in the slightest. Grizzly Sigil, yeah, okay. I like Tainted Indulgence. Good card, Broker's Hideout. I think the days of slamming Broker's Hideout and just sort of figuring out brokers from there probably over. So I'll just take Tainted Indulgence. Ooh, look at this. Psychic Pickpocket here. There's also a Murder. Echo Inspector. Deal Gone Bad. Another Broker's Hideout, but no other good Broker's cards. But yeah, I'll take the Psychic Pickpocket. I've liked that card quite a bit. Oh my god. I got another one. There's also Jewel Thief, which I enjoy. But yeah, I'll just keep taking Psychic Pickpockets. This is a good way to get back from if you've fallen behind. Psychic Pickpockets does a really good job. It knocks something out of the way. Kind of keeps the good stuff flowing. So I've got two blue cards of blue-black. I could just take Illuminator Virtuoso. I could also take Strangle if I just want to go for the Maestro stuff. Or Snoopy Newsy. I don't think I would take anything else. So it's Snoopy, Newsy, Strangle, or if I don't mind going into white, I could take Illuminator Virtuoso. We haven't really seen anything for the Broker's deck outside of this card in the lands. So I think I'd rather assume I'm going to go down the Maestro's route here and just take Strangle. That's the best card in the pack, so for the Maestro's deck. It's not the best card in the pack is probably the Double Striker, but here we pick up Glamorous Outlaw, and we're kind of right back where we always are. But I do... Oh, this is interesting. Why is this here? 6th pick Inspiring Overseer. What is the world come to? I could take Forge Boss, which doesn't really do much. Yeah, just take this thing. I don't know. Maybe I misread the table or something, and like now there's nothing for Maestros. Yeah, this is getting interesting. The Maestros actually doesn't seem like as much of a thing, and I'll take Spar's Adjudicators here. Well, maybe Brokers is open for once. I would have Inspiring Overseer, Double Psychic Pickpocket, and a Glamorous Outlaw. And the Broker's Hideout Wield, too. Alright. Let's see what this deck does. What am I giving up here? Oh, a little bit. These are all good cards. These are all good cards, though, too. There's Hypnotic Rifter. Alright, fine. I'll just take the third Broker's Hideout that we've seen. And feel decent about my mana here. Let's take this briefcase, though. I don't think we'll end up playing it. All right, I got a Rocks Pummeler. Nice. I actually like that card. When you play it on turn 6, it has a big effect on the board for sure. All right, let's get some brokers. Oh, nice. Undercover Operative. That's a clone. I'll take it. If you clone one of your things, it gets a shield counter, but you can clone anything. Okay, Manic Vandal's very good. There's Jewel Thief, though. I think I'll probably take that. Let's see how my 2-drops look. I don't have any. I don't really have any 3s either. I'll just take Jewel Thief here. I do like Manic Vandal. I think it's powerful, but like Jewel Thief is... That is not a fair Magic card. Okay, another Inspiring Overseer. There's also another Broker's Hideout. Hypnotic Rifter I'd probably play at this point, but yeah, I'm just going to take an Overseer. I mean, I got Jewel Thieves and Overseers now. Oh my god, and we got past Lagrella. This feels like drafting the format on day 2. I'm loving it. I do need 2 drops, though, like, desperately. Otherwise, the deck is great. Oh my god. Lagrella into Disciplined Duelist. That is lucky. Another Psychic Pickpocket. Is there a 2-drop I need to play here, though? No, there is Take to the Streets, which is pretty good, but I'll just keep picking pockets here. Man. Can you imagine being a pickpocket that's also a psychic? How about I put it this way to you? Can you imagine having psychic powers and the limits of your imagination of what you can do with that is you can steal people's wallets? That's what you came up with. You're like, I'm a psychic. I can read people's brains. What can I do with this power? What interesting thing? How could I help humanity? Heck, even if you were just greedy and just wanted to keep it all for yourself, the thing you came up with was stealing people's like cell phones. Come on, have some imagination. Guess I'll take this Sawjack because there's just kind of nothing else. So the 2-drop problem's like very real. Like this deck is not complete. I'll take Hold for Ransom. And it's not looking like, I mean, we're going to have to get kind of lucky in the last pack to bring all that together. That being said, power level very high. And I would be, and like, I'm going to start taking these actually. I have another one, right? Yeah, get in there for now. All right, there's a Backstreet Bruiser. That counts. It's not really, it's color-wise, it's not great, but I mean, I have 3 Broker's Hideout. You can't say anything to me, you know? All right, Shield Mate. All right, what do we got? A little Chat. Another Bruiser. Oh god, another Jewel Thief. This Facebreaker is not good, right? I mean, I know I'm not going to play it, but... Oh no, that is actually good. I just haven't played that one yet. But at any rate, 2 Jewel Thieves, 2 Inspiring Overseer. Let's just say turn 3 is going to be a lot of action for us. This is an interesting one. So I could just take Skycrier, which is an okay 2. Gives us something to do. But Cleanup Crew is like legit pretty good card. And we don't really have any other... We don't have any other 6s. Yeah, I think I'll just be greedy and take Cleanup Crew. Skycrier's kind of on that middle range for me anyway. All right, here I could take to the Streets, but I think I'm just going to take Celestial Regulator. I like that card a lot. It does good work. I could use one more, like 3 Workers Hideouts and Adjudicators is okay, but I could use one more piece of fixing, and then again the 2-drops are kind of the name of the game. All right, well, I got my extra piece of fixing, I guess. I don't mind Ballroom Brawlers either, but I think Spar's Adjudicators is potentially just a straight up better card for the 5 mana, but then also you get the fixing part too. Also, these Adjudicators could play an important role as if I don't have anything else to do on turn 2, like hopefully I don't have to run these 1-drops. No, that could be what I do, right? I could use that turn to at least spend my mana on turn 2 to get Adjudicators down on a land and have my mana be good. Oh my god, another Inspiring Overseer. There's also a Swooping Protector and this land, but whatever. I'm just on turn 3, I'm just going to hit Jewel Thief or Inspiring Overseer every single game. And yes, there are scenarios where you can fall behind and those aren't good enough, but that isn't common. Usually it is good enough. All right, Attended Socialite. No, I'm going to take Skybridge Towers here. I said I wanted 2-drops, but I don't know. I don't need to get quite that desperate. Those are bad ones. And I really don't like these cards either. This one's, I don't know, less embarrassing, I would say. Oh my god. Is this really happening? I have 4 Inspiring Overseers this late in the... I mean, okay, the format's been out for a week and a half or whatever, but still, it's like unbelievable. All right, this time I will take the Attended Socialite. And I guess I'll take a Bruiser here. All right, that works. That works. We got there. Still slightly light on 2s, but again, we also are going to be adjudicating a lot on turn 2, so I think that's fine. Run out of town. How many of those do I have? Do I have 0 of those? Oh, I have an out of the way. Yeah, I'm going to take that. I don't think that we need to take overrun effects with this type of deck, because we have such high power level of our creatures that they'll win kind of on their own. I really like Overrun when you are super stacked up at 1 and 2 drops, where you're just like playing a bunch of, I don't know, creatures that have power and toughness, that type of thing. And then you can leverage a card like that to kill your opponent. But when you're sitting here like on Jewel Thief and Inspiring Overseer every single game, nah, you're totally fine. Okay. So how many creatures? This is 22. All right, well, let's just cut only creatures. So we need to cut 4 creatures. I think the Pummeler can go. The Shieldmate can go. Sawjack can go. And then I probably just want to cut the Socialite here. I think that's fine. And then I got this, 1 of those, 2 of those guys. All right, let's do this. I did want to mention, I just want to say thanks to everybody that supports the show, the podcast over at Patreon. It's patreon.com/limitedresources. And yeah, it means a lot. Thanks to everybody who does so. If you're interested, there's a link in the show notes. Show notes? Description. I'm on YouTube. Hi. Good morning. All right. Mana looks good. Hey, look. I have an Inspiring Overseer and a Jewel Thief. Who would have possibly imagined that? By the way, that U-turn, that like recognizing that brokers might actually be open, boy, did that pay off, right? And that, I could have just been like, nope, we made our mind up. We're doing it. And I didn't. And it worked. Goodness sakes, did it work. Does it matter? I don't have any 2s that are mana intensive, so I can just kind of pick one here. I need double green like some point in my life. So I guess that's the deciding factor here. I'll just get a forest. When you already have all 3 colors, you know, you have to look for the little things that might pop up. Like we could draw our 6-drop plus all the lands in between and not hit another forest. You know, it's not like that's likely, but those are the types of things you can have the luxury of considering. Also, another consideration are things like, oh wow, we did it. I would have quit too, though, given our hand. You can start to consider things that are even very unlikely in scenarios like that. Okay, yeah. This has an Inspiring Overseer. What more could I possibly... Oh my god. Oh my goodness. I guess I answered my own question. What could I possibly want more than an Inspiring Overseer? Another one. Sand would be much, much better on the play. Because we could... Riveteer's Overlook, though. Kind of solves our problem. Okay. If we draw an island, do I just play the Duelist? Yeah, I do. For sure. But if I don't, then good old Inspiring Overseer. This is also a good way to catch up when you're a little bit behind. Okay. Overseer into Island, into another Overseer, into Island. That's a bingo. I could trade here, but I don't think I will, actually. Normally I would. But I'm going to have a disciplined duelist down, and that thing just brick walls the Riveteer's Requisitioner so well that I think I'll just keep the Inspiring Overseer around instead. It's a good card. Like 2/1 flyer actually matters. What are we doing here? Body Launderer. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, man, that's tough. But I have a Disciplined Duelist. I also could have Psychic Pickpockets for days here. Kind of depends on what I draw. If it's an untapped land next turn, I can just start slamming those. Non-rogue? LOL. Jeez! That's a back-to-back mythics. So here's the question. Am I glad I kept around the Overseer, or am I not glad I kept around the Overseer? I don't know the answer. I'm curious to see what my opponent does here. If they make 2 devils, that's interesting, actually. They probably want to plus that one, right? So it doesn't just snap off. No, they don't. All right, well, those are pretty good, but I get to like start killing here, right? So that's good. Ooh, and I drew the land. Okay, but it doesn't actually change anything here, because I'm just going to pick off an Ob Nixilis. Which one's the real one? That's the real one. Because I can run that thing out of town, the other one. Kill it? Okay, so I could run the other one out of town, though it's not actually doing that much, and it is kind of scheduled to die here anyway. I also could Psychic Pickpocket it. And I think I'll probably just do that. Another Overseer. It's so beautiful. Just never seen anything so pretty in my whole life. Okay, so I'll get rid of that. But these 1/1s are really annoying still. Like, they definitely still matter. Hardcast the Pugilist. Okay. Attack here. Could Cleanup Crew, gain 4. Cleanup Crew, blow up that thing. I could go Overseer. I could Pickpocket and bounce this or this. I think I'm actually going to bounce and Pickpocket and bounce the Pugilist here. Oh my god, look at my hand. That is incredible. Yeah. I could bounce this. This thing has an extra counter on it. But I think I'll just bounce this guy. Look at that hand. Triple Inspiring Overseer. I am facing down really annoying little devils, though, and they actually pick these things off pretty good. Now you're going to turbo it, huh? Okay. This thing has DT, right? Yeah. All right, well, I'll just do this. Maestro's Charm to kill your own creature. Okay, but that's still just a trade, so I don't feel like I got the bad end of that necessarily, plus they use Maestro's Charm. Alright, let's attack. If they want to trade off one of those for a pickpocket or soak up 3 and pick off the Inspiring Overseer, fine by that. So they can kill the pickpocket, which they did, or they could have done the other thing, but I am just going to go double Inspiring Overseer here and just flood the skies. I've actually got a 2-turn clock in the sky here. Got another one. That is a Halo Scarab. Oh, that was great. All right, another keeper. We've got Jewel Thief into next turn Psychic Pickpocket if we find ourselves in a position where we're a little bit behind. Also looks like we just got a diamond. Which I guess is a thing. Could get mythic at some point. If this target's a green permanent, I can cast it for 2. Okay, alright, so now I've got a decision, and let's go for the Jewel Thief here. Just hits a lot harder. Regulator mount up, so they get in for 1 here, but they don't really do that much. We're considering the double block potential here, because I'm here for it. Yeah, they thought better of it. I think I'm just going to play Inspiring Overseer. The Celestial Regulator is slightly better here, but I think I like the idea of working my way forward, trying to make sure I hit my land drops, which I didn't hear, but of course that means I'm one closer to doing so. Echo Inspector, sure. Discard a spell. They're actually quite incentivized to do so because of the Jewel Thief. But we can punish them pretty badly for all of what they just did. I think though I'll just go with the Regulator here because I did draw my land. And I can get in for a nice hit of 5. And kind of punish this attack with their own Regulator there. Okay, and this Regulator is actually going to keep whatever it is down too. So yeah, Jewel Thief makes sense. They get in for 3. Oh, they must have a pump spell, but I am willing to call the bluff. Yeah, okay, it actually was a bluff in this case too. Alright, let's just play Psychic Pickpocket. Would I like to have a 4-3 here? I really actually would. But I don't think it's worth it to discard any of these. These are basically all removal spells. So, yeah. It'd be what it be. Send back the Inspector. What did they ditch? Oh, Fire Silence. Wow. Triple Regulators, but now they don't have something with a counter on it. So that doesn't actually do that much here. And neither does this, honestly. I can just trade here. Mm, that's pretty good. To kill my creature. It's actually a fairly large attack I'm making here. Wouldn't be surprised if the lackey jumps in front of the pickpocket. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think I'm just going to take a fairly defensive stance here. And I'll play out of the way or run out of town on something here. Wow. They discarded that to get a 1+1/+1 counter? My goodness sakes. Got a block here. Do they have another one of these? There's got to be a removal spell or something. It's Rooftop Nuisance. Okay, and they're going to actually just go ahead and sacrifice that guy. All right. That's a bit all in, but I kind of like it. And I am going to do this because I want the card. And it's an Inspiring Overseer into Adjudicators. Really good. Get in here. So one issue is if I play Psychic Pickpocket and bounce a Regulator, then they have enough mana to go Echo Inspector and then ditch a spell and then play the Regulator back again, and then it actually locks down something, which is kind of annoying. But I can't really do two things here that are super great. I think with that in mind, I'm just going to cast the Adjudicators. They are lethal. And I can knock down one of these things out of the sky for a turn. That's pretty tempting. And I'll just gain the life from the land here. And if my opponent gets a little too close here... Wow, they played a land first? That's just crazy. You're about to loot. Well, we had another land anyway. Maybe that's what. Let's cast Jewel Thief. And let's rumble. I'll run that out of town. That thing can trade a shield counter for my Psychic Pickpocket, where every other block on the Pickpocket requires whatever blocks it to die. I may have been able to pick up a win there if I anticipated them blocking in like very certain way. But I think that would have been too hard to figure out. But we've got huge pressure on them now. And a crier, okay. Should be game. Well, I guess they have one card left. Jeez. All right, and they're going to scoop up there. Sweet. Just running these diamond ranks like it's nothing. Okay, this looks like a keeper. Very nice draw. Wow. I mean, I was already happy just getting to cast Inspiring Overseer, but if I get to just turn 3 Discipline Duelist, like that is such a pain. Oh my god. This deck is dumb. What have we done? Another Skycrier. So here I could play Jewel Thief for kind of maximum power plus a guaranteed treasure, or I could play Inspiring Overseer and maybe hit a land drop and then maybe block one of these. I'm just going to go for the Jewel Thief. It gives us what we want anyway, which is the mana. Because if we can, curve into these next turn, like it's real dumb. Even just Run Out of Town's probably pretty strong here. Because like they have to do something big. Like they can keep up life total wise a little bit with these Skycriers, but we have 7 power effectively on the board. Like even if they're doing a 4-point life swing every turn, it's like not gonna add up enough. Okay, yeah, let's just battle here then. Probably room here. Oh wow, they're just taking it all. Sure. Maybe a Lando? Not quite. Maybe they have a sweeper? No, why would you play 2 Skycriers into your own sweeper? We're so far ahead at this point that I can start to think about that kind of thing, though, where I'm like, oh, what if they have some weird card I haven't thought of? I mean, our hand is just absurd, but we're a little light on mana. Still haven't actually hit our 4th land drop. Let's get to jam. Quite happy to trade there. You're down to 8, and I will just do this. I would like to hit a land, though. No. Another Overseer. Pretty good, though. So they're at 10. We're kind of getting them for 9 here. So down to 1. They do have 7 now, so they can unleash the full fury of that crocodile on us. But if they do, they lose, right? Because we'll just end up bouncing it. Wow, am I going to never hit a fourth land? Kind of crazy. I've been saving this treasure like it's an actual treasure. They're deciding if they have the ability to attack here. I don't believe it matters either way because of the trample. They must block a disciplined duelist, so that just kills the Skycrier. And then if they block the Inspiring Overseer, they go up to 2, but they take 3. If they block the Jewel Thief, they go up to 2, but they take 4. Because I'm just going to run the Sewer Crocodile right out of town. My opponent has decided to let their clock completely run down. Or maybe perhaps they've disconnected. Or maybe they decided that a sandwich would be a more fun and fruitful endeavor than getting destroyed by somebody who's stuck on 3 lands. Could be anything, really. They are continuing to run their clock. And we got timed out. All right. It's a win. That is what I care about. All right. Next up. Yeah, that's a good hand. And there's the land we need as well, although we can't quite cast Lagrella off of what we've got, but now we can. Found myself wanting to lead on Jewel Thief more often than Inspiring Overseer. The mana bump's just so relevant, and then the big body on turn 3 just allows it to get through. Like, I'll still probably do it here because it's just a lot bigger than it, even an opposing Inspiring Overseer. And as I mentioned, like last game, now we could Psychic Pickpocket straight away if we want. I mean, it's pretty powerful stuff. Mm-hmm. Did not expect that, but okay. I think I'm just going to Overseer here. The Psychic Pickpocket's fine, but it's not like a high leverage play at this juncture. How much do I need to be precious about this treasure? Is it worth it to get a Bruiser down? Not really. I don't think the Bruiser's going to do much here. I think I'd rather discard it to the Psychic Pickpocket or something like that. I'm not going to block, actually. I have 5 power out, and I can do like some pretty nice little tempo plays here. Ooh, another snoozer? Does this get you up to where you need to be? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's do a pickpocket. And I'll bounce a Snooping Newsy. because that opens up this attack. If they want to double block and trade both creatures for the Jewel Thief, I am fine with that. Because I can deal with the Overseer one way or the other anyway. All right. Echo Inspector, sure. Discard the Newsy? No. Get a little bit of value going. They still think they're winning the race. Interesting. Feel like I disagree. Let's just keep it simple, though. We drew Spar's Adjudicators. And that's a heck of a lot of damage coming over. Down to 11. We've got 10 power on the board. Dang, that Inspiring Overseer is just working overtime. All right, let's play Lagrella. It's a little awkward to take the Overseer off the board here because I could use it to attack this turn, but it's such a great insurance policy on Lagrella if you have an Inspiring Overseer under there. It comes back as a 4/3 flyer that ETBs, draws a card, and gains you a life. It's like they just kind of can't kill Lagrella. And I'm still slamming hard here, and I can also just replace the Inspiring Overseer. Wow, you're down to 3? Okay. A little chat. What else do you have, though? Nothing? Alright. There's the Snoozer. I guess they're hoping to get the thing up to 5. Oh, they did. And they even hit a Lackey that they could bring in and have as a chump blocker. That looks good to me. Just bounce the Newsy and send in the squad. They've got something. Probably. Probably Kill Shot or something like that. Nevertheless, onward. They would have used the Lackey if they just had no other option, but... Oh, that's not even close to good enough. All right. I think that's 5 wins already. We're just like speed running through Diamond. Yeah, 5 wins. Let's keep it going. All right, here's our first sketchy opener. And it's far from a disaster, and we have a lot of shots at hitting one of our premium 3s that we've got. But yeah, this isn't the type of hand that you just look at and go, okay, I know exactly what I'm doing on every turn, right? It's like, oh, let's see what happens. Living dangerously. I think like most of our hands have been pretty like clear cut up until now, so. What do you got? You have an exhibition magician. Not bad. All right. Here, I'll just play this guy, actually. Lagrella, like, to get rid of this doesn't really make any sense, and the Backstreet Bruiser does just sort of hold back the 2-1. Plasma Jockey the good old-fashioned way. All right, I'll just run that out of town. They redrew it, so hopefully they'll just use this turn to recast it, and then I can start picking pockets. A little awkward because I'm like quite incentivized to discard spells to the pickpocket here, but I probably won't want to. Okay. And then finish it off with something. Because you needed to get rid of Backstreet Bruiser so badly? Alright. I accept. Ooh. Duelist, huh? How keen am I to actually bounce one of these? Fine with it, I guess is the word, how I would put it. But yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go for the Duelist here, actually. It holds down this board quite nicely. If they want to go for the Plasma Jockey on Blitz, they can use it to get in for a really nice hit of damage, but then like the damage kind of stops flowing from there. And if they just want to hard cast it again, which they did, then I will pickpocket it. Ooh. I could Lagrella plus Backstreet Bruiser here. Nah, let's just pickpocket. Sorry, Backstreet Boy. You're out of here. I'll sit back still. Would like to get this Inspiring Overseer down before I play Lagrella so I can do that trick. Against these colors too, very effective. They just have to kill Lagrella, via damage or whatever, so you get this thing back. Like, they're not going to bounce it. Does that matter anyway? Oh, leaves the battlefield, whatever. Ooh, and that's a bingo, as they say in the business. I can make my dream happen here. I think I'm actually going to do that way. And yeah, you know what? Screw it. I think I can just win a race here. If I can't block well anyway with the Plasma Jockey, I'll just start jamming. That's a ton of damage. I just hit him for 8. And I have 2 tempo spells in hand as well. Okay, Girder Goons, so they get to hit me for 10 on the cracks, but again, they lose the goons here. Turns into a 2-2. And I can hit for 4, 8, 10. I can almost kill them? I don't see a way for me to actually kill them, though. I can double spell here, though. That's pretty huge. All right, let's get in. So I can run out of town the plasma jockey inside of combat, and then they can't blitz it, and it lets my jewel thief block still, and even then it's only 4. I don't even think they're going to attack. Like, what does hitting me for 7 do when I've got 4 lethal threats? So I think I'll just let them actually attack. I could run out of town inside of combat, but looking at the board and the life totals, there's no blue over there. All right, so I'll just run something out of town, and that's game. I can minimize this too, just in case I'm missing something. Wow. All right. So one more for the clean sweep, the 7-0 also, like no losses 7-0? Don't really care. Like, I just want the trophy, but like, I'll take it if I don't even have to lose a game. All right. Now we're kind of, oh my God, I forgot we have this card. I just forgot we even had it. All I do is cast Inspiring Overseer over and over and over again. And I've even got, I got another one. Oh my God, we have 5 Overseers if I want. And I do want. Oh, man. We got 3 of them. If we draw the other one and then do the operative, I could have 5. 5. I want it. Life goals. Unlucky. What could they have? Well, whatever. It's an Inspiring Overseer. It is not. It is a disposable creature. I'm sorry, Inspiring Overseer, but you're disposable. More of them. Exotic pets, that's what you had? Ooh, Jewel Thief. If I draw a land, I can do Jewel Thief and Inspiring Overseer next turn. I like that idea. All right, so they're going to have a whole bunch of unblockable rabid fish attacking me, but I don't think that's going to win it, because like if I Psychic Pickpocket just one of them, that's a big game. Like that cuts that clock down to something fairly negligible. Nuisance. I think they actually just want the cards here. Like, this isn't about getting in 1 extra damage or whatever, I don't think. So let's see what we hit here. Is it a land? No. 'Tis not. But I can do this. And I think I just do this, actually. Put that fish in witness protection. What am I at? 17? Okay. Regulator. Nice play. A solid curve out from the opponent. I think I'm just going to pick a pocket here. Get rid of that. Bounce the fish. And I'll just say go. I'm just going to leave up the overseers. Could block the celestial regulator. I'm pretty willing to trade off a bunch of stuff at this point. What are they going to bounce? Witness protection, maybe? No, that doesn't really get them where they want to go. Certainly don't want to start bouncing inspiring overseers. Backstreet Bruiser, okay. All right, so let's just trade off a bunch of material here because I have a ton left. A lot of gas in this tank. I think I'll do this actually. Because I can do this and cast the Backstreet Bruiser at the very least. And the Bruiser looks pretty decent here actually. It trades off for the Pickpocket. It has enough toughness to block this. This is like in case I lose the Jewel Thief or whatever. This basically leaves us fully stable. Now that's disruptible, of course, but at least as the board sits, we are able to defend ourselves. Okay. Another nuisance. And I think I do just block here, actually. It's a little weird to chump block at this point, but I think the only way that we can lose with this hand is if my opponent just has like straight gasoline in hand and draws it going forward, or if we let our life total get low and just get mised somehow. That does happen. Yeah, play this guy. I'll pass here. I also can go clean up crew and gain 6, or clean up crew and destroy security bypass in this case. Can also pickpocket the overseer, but that's a less exciting thing for probably obvious reasons. Would like to get some damage happening here though. See, this is the type of card I was talking about, where somebody can just kind of get you with it randomly, and all of a sudden you're losing when you weren't before that. Okay, let's attack with this thing. Just going to cast a cleanup crew here. And the cleanup crew hits really hard. Like, I get to start kind of bashing with it. All right, that does slow it down a fair bit. Ooh, that's nice. I think I can still attack here. This is a very close game. I do not know who is going to win it at this point. Most of this stuff is like not very fun to bounce. We are facing lethal in the air, although run out of town helps. So I can do undercover operative on cleanup crew. And that gets me 4 life. Puts me to 9. And then I can also leave up run out of town. I could also do Aspara's adjudicators here. Which could adjudicate the inspiring overseer and knock it out of the equation. And then still have run out of town as well. I think I'll actually go for that play. Get in with these 2 doofs. So I can run the dagger out of town. And then that sort of keeps the trade intact here. That's probably what I need to do. They put it back on top of their library. Wait, that thing still gets first strike? Oh my god, I thought it had to actually get equipped. Ugh. That's stupid. Okay, sure. This is what I was talking about, though. Like, this is what needed to happen. I needed to make a mistake and also have, like, pump spell, exacxies, right? Like, all this stuff has to come together to lose a game like that. Which is why I was maintaining my life total as high as possible in the prior turns. I did think we turned the corner there, but we did not. All right, let's try to finish this thing now. This looks very good. One more win for the trophy. Heartbreaker there, but plenty of run right here to get that trophy still. And our hand is fantastic, too. What a hand. They may have counterspell here, but there's 0 chance I'm playing around it. I'm just jamming. Thief here. Start beating down. Ooh, no mana. That's probably game. I'm missing land drops too, but I've got Jewel Thief. Ooh, there's a land. I'm just going to do this, actually. It's a little... Now, greedy's not the right word, but there we go. It's a little slam the doory on the game because it doesn't actually get any more damage through this turn, most likely. But it's just like such a devastating tempo play to be facing down a 4-3. And then we've got the backup plan too. So there we go. A nice trophy with good old brokers. Looks like it is still a thing in the format. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you tomorrow.